All right, friends, welcome back. We've got a nice little goals menu tonight, plus one classy combo at the end. Also, quick salute to whoever made these graphics. Wrexham apparently moved to Ireland, and Marseille somehow joined La Liga. No questions, no corrections, just pure creative freedom. That is exactly the sort of unhinged energy we want from a coupon built around chaos, 2 goals, and a good time. First up, Wrexham against Swansea, and this one has proper Friday night drama written all over it. Wrexham are coming in after that Wild Cup battle with Chelsea, where they pushed a Premier League side all the way into extra time, so the building should still be buzzing. They do have issues, though. Kiefer Moore is out for a few weeks, George Dobson is still suspended, and that usually means a bit less control and a bit more, right, let's just make this a scrap. Swansea, meanwhile, have perked up under Vitor Matos. They've won back-to-back games, and they've basically matched Wrexham's points haul since he came in. Oh, and Rob and Ryan are literally part of the live broadcast, because apparently a normal derby atmosphere was not dramatic enough. This feels loud, emotional, slightly messy, and very, very alive. Pick over 1.5. Then we head to Alaves against Villarreal, and this one has that classic La Liga, one team is nervous, the other team smells blood feeling. Alaves are hovering just above the bottom 3. They've taken only 2 points from their last 5 league matches, and they're missing both Ander Guevara and John Pacheco through suspension after the Valencia game. Villarreal, meanwhile, are chasing the top 4 and traveling with the confidence of a side that thinks this is exactly the kind of fixture serious teams are supposed to handle. So the vibe here is not calm. It is tense home crowd, urgent defending, a few risky moments, and enough quality from Villarreal to help drag this above the tiny line we need. 2 goals feels very reasonable here. Pick over 1.5. Now to Marseille against Auxerre. And yes, the graphic saying Spain for this one is absolutely spectacular nonsense, but the actual football angle is pretty tasty. Marseille come in on a little surge, including that dramatic comeback win over Lyon, where Aubameyang turned into late-night cinema, while Mason Greenwood has also been delivering and is right up there among League One's top scorers. Auxerre are scrapping hard and have actually been awkward away from home lately, but they're also dealing with a suspension for Lassine Sinayoko and a few injury concerns around the squad. So this one feels like Marseille should have enough quality and enough velodrome noise behind them not to lose, but Auxerre are lively enough to help make it entertaining. That is why the safer, grown-up, wearing a blazer pick is Marseille win or draw, plus over 1.5. Dundalk against Waterford is next, and honestly this is one of my favorite types of over 1.5 games. Why? Because both teams are still looking for their first win of the season, which means somebody is coming in nervous, somebody is coming in desperate, and if one early goal lands, all tactical dignity may leave the building immediately. Dundalk have already drawn 4 of their first 5 and were involved in a 2-2 with Galway last week, while Waterford are bottom, still searching for that first win and carrying a rough start that their own club preview pretty much acknowledges. Recent meetings between Dundalk and Waterford have averaged 2.6 goals, and Waterford have also had several players in the treatment room. This has all the ingredients of a game where both teams say they want control, and then by minute 23 it's just vibes, second balls, and one defender pointing angrily at another. Pick over 1.5. Clermont Foot against Pau is one of those sneaky League 2 spots where the line feels almost disrespectfully low. These two are close enough in the table to make this competitive, but recent meetings have already shown they know how to produce goals. Pau beat Clermont 3-1 earlier this season, and the previous meeting before that finished 2-2. So the overall vibe is not cagey, Professor Football. It is more like 2 teams who can both get dragged into a proper game if the first goal lands. Clermont at home should be up for it. Pau are not exactly allergic to contributing, and this just feels like the sort of match where a clean 0-0 would be frankly bad manners. Pick over 1.5. Antalyaspor against Gaziantep has a very specific scent to it. Stressed managers, shaky defending, and one of those games where both teams say, must not lose, and then proceed to defend like they've never met each other before. Gaziantep have won only once in their last 12 league matches, have conceded 41 goals this season, and they're dealing with multiple absences, including Tayyip Talhassanik through suspension, plus a few injury problems around the squad. Antalyaspor are not exactly cruising either. They failed to keep a clean sheet in their last 9 matches, but that's kind of the point. We are not here asking for elegance. We are asking for 2 goals from 2 teams who have made defending optional a little too often lately. Pick over 1.5. And finally, Athlone Town against Cove Ramblers. This one has proper Irish First Division Friday energy. One team trying to keep momentum, the other thinking we can absolutely make this awkward. Athlone are sitting 3rd, Cove are 7th, and recent form suggests both sides usually have at least a little goal in them. Athlone have scored 7 in their last 5, Cove have scored 5 in theirs, and Athlone's recent matches have leaned heavily toward goals. Add in the little subplot that Cove haven't lost to Athlone in their last 5 meetings, and suddenly this has a nice spicy edge to it. Not a polished champagne football occasion, no. More like a game where somebody scores, the whole thing opens up, and everybody forgets what a low block is. Pick over 1.5. So that's the card. Wrexham against Swansea over 1.5. Alaves against Villarreal over 1.5. Marseille win or draw plus over 1.5. Dundalk against Waterford over 1.5. Clermont Foot against Pau over 1.5. Antalyaspor against Gaziantep over 1.5. Athlone Town against Cove Ramblers over 1.5. It's a friendly little collection of goals, nerves, noise, and just enough football nonsense to make the evening interesting. We are not asking for miracles here. We're just asking the universe for a couple of nets to ripple, 1 or 2 defenders to have a concentration lapse, and for the football gods to keep things moving. Nice and simple. Let's enjoy the ride.